What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to be diving into a Kizer today, so without further ado, let's head to the top down. Alright, so we've got a Kizer, kind of to do an unboxing slash first impressions. I've actually had it for a couple days, so it's not really my first impressions. I've been able to mess around with it for a little bit. But we're going to be taking a look at the Kizer Cryptid. Kizer Cryptid. This is a pretty sweet little knife. It's a button lock, as we can tell from right there. But yeah, before we get too far into this, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. You can also head over to Instagram and follow us at WorkKnifeBalance939. It's a great way to communicate with us. And if you send us a knife or something for review, we'll send you back a sticker and some swag just to say thank you for helping us create content and supporting the channel. Back to the knife now. We've got a really nice micarta handle here. It's a very soft micarta on this Kizer Cryptid. The blade is pretty wicked. I really like the whole top humps, bumps, and the little kind of recurving on the blade here, the little indentation coming down there. And then it has a fantastic button lock. This is the button lock that I expect from Kizer. And so, yeah, I was really impressed with this one when I got it in here. So we'll do some measurements, tip to tail, and then some side-by-side comparisons, and then we'll dive in a little further. All right. Overall tip to tail measurements, we're looking at 6.75 inches. Blade length, we're looking at about 2.8 with a cutting edge of about 2.5. So it's definitely on that compact size. It is a little bit smaller. Blade length is under 3 inches, but it feels really good in hand with that. So it's definitely got a lot packed into a little body. Side-by-side comparisons, we'll go ahead and pull out the QSP Penguin as well as the Civivi Elementum button lock right there. It gives you some good kind of common comparisons right there. I really love the denim micarta on this Penguin. That's one of the reasons I got it. I just wish it had a little bit different blade. Blade steel. Then we've got the Nafslander 2 right there as well up top. We'll go ahead and get rid of that Elementum and we'll pull out, let's do the Civivi Vision FG right there. So gives you some decent comparisons through some semi-popular knives that most of y'all might have or know of in your collection right there. So that gives you something else to kind of compare it to. But yeah, this is a button lock that I very much enjoy. So this is a good button lock. I haven't at least felt any button stick. It hasn't been hard to press or anything like that. It is really flush when it's in that closed position, so it's not protruding up, and you can actually see the way they cut down the micarta below it like that, so it actually rests in that little pocket and doesn't come above. I very much appreciate that. It's just little details like that make it so much of a better knife and a better experience as they come through. The Cryptid, I believe, was designed by the same people who do the... Oh man, now I'm spacing on what that knife is. Oh man, it has the magnetic scales that come off, and it just came out recently. I'm gonna forget it, and then I'll know it, and then I'll put it in the comments if I remember. But you can see, here's the logo right here. It's the exact same logo. So I think it's probably designed by the same people. I didn't really look too much into the designer of this one specifically, just because I looked at the knife. The designer's cool, but I like the knife. So this is something that I definitely think that the ergos on this thing are excellent. They give you a really nice finger choil here that you can choke up into, and then the way that this is designed, you have a really good anchor spot, and then it's not like a hard press or any sort of sharp edges. You roll right over into that choil, and you can actually hold up really well in here. And it actually gave you amazing jimping on the backside. You can see that jimping comes up 60%, if not more, of the blade spine there. So wherever your hand rests, you can actually get in there and get some good grip and jimp on the backside. So yeah, you have a really nice kind of Warncliffe blade right here with a super belly coming through there. 154 cm on the blade steel. Let's see if I can find where it says that right there. 154 cm on the blade steel, which is amazing. It's definitely in that kind of low-end premium steels. So it would definitely be kind of that mid-grade steel, but hitting the top of that mid-grade steel or the bottom of the premium steels. You have the steel liner locks on this. You do have a reversible clip that sits in on this side right here. One thing that I would love to see is a little bit of a spacer or a filler tab in here right here, just because it'd look a little bit cleaner, it'd be a little bit nicer, but two, it would prevent anything from getting in here and gunking it up if you wanted to flip it over. But you do have a really nice satin finish, and then the deep carry clip has the recessed screws and everything in there, so it's going to rest in there really nice. You've got some stanchions on the back side, some standoffs, some pillars, whatever you want to, so you could throw a lanyard off of that side if you wanted to. Other than that, there's not much else to say. It has really good action. The detent is really nice. You can get in there and whip it out nice and easy with the thumb stud, or you can do the reverse flick as well. The button lock is fantastic. From having a recent experience on a Kizer, and you'll probably see it pop up somewhere in the video over here, of one of the button locks that I just did not hit the mark with Kizer. This is a button lock I expect, because I know Kizer can do amazing button locks. And so I don't know if it has to do with the material or just the QC on that one, but this is a Kizer button lock, and it is fantastic. I really, really like the way that this was done. A really wicked knife, coming in at only $79 too. So this thing is really in that premium budget area right there. So it's a really good deal for what it is. I will go ahead and put a link below. If it's an Amazon link, it does support our channel, and we greatly appreciate any of the support that we can get. Other than that, not much left to say. So until next time, TTFN.